This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the vacant WBO Inter-Continental lightweight title. Our judges at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, and Patricia Morse-Jarman. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Celestino Ruiz. Introducing first out of the blue corner, presented in association with Taken Promotions. He weighed in at 135 pounds, wearing black trunks with gold trim. He brings a record of 18 wins, only 1 defeat, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. From Osaka, Japan, Masayoshi Nakatani. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 135 pounds, wearing blue trunks with pink and black trim. He brings a record of 27 wins, only 1 defeat, 17 victories coming by way of knockout. He is a 2012 Olympian from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Felix El Diamante Verdejo.
But at the end of the day, it's about somebody holding you accountable and rising up to a standard of discipline and maturity.
That's what it's all about, you know. But I always tell, young fighters that they got to go through some things in order to get themselves ready for what God has them in store to be. Verdejo has very, very talented. He's an Olympian. He has punching power. Many people thought he was going to be the next Tito Trinidad. But he had a downfall, and I believe that downfall has made...
It was right here, July 16th, in this ring, in the fanless atmosphere of the COVID-safe MGM Grand bubble, and he was absolutely explosive with his power, TKOing the previously undefeated Will Madera, and that really put a stamp on the way we were thinking things were trending with him.
Because he did it with ease. He seemed to be poised, he seemed to be within himself, and when he had his opponent hurt, he finished him and got him out of there and didn't waste any time.
Oh!
Right there.
What a huge right hand from Felix Verdejo from long range.
6, 7, 8. You okay?
We were just saying the first round explosive power he showed us. Let's see if he jumps on him.
Watch your head.
Oh, sweeping shots. Verdejo on the attack, standing right in the pocket. Nakatani swinging with him. Left hook comes in from Verdejo.
That right hand just missed Nakatani's chin.
Nakatani is right there in the pocket against him and jabbing back now. He was just floored moments ago.
That's Nakatani's game. And that's a fighter mentality. Nakatani got a lot of heart. He's very courageous in the ring. He showed that versus Lopez. I knew he was going to come out. He took that punch well. That just shows you that he's in very good conditioning.
Verdejo's doing the right thing right now. He landed a big shot. He tested Nakatani to see if he was ready to go. He wasn't, and he's going back to boxing right now. Good move for Verdejo.
Nakatani's landing a right hand right over the top on the left side of Verdejo. I don't like that shot. It's landing high on the head. If he just gets it down on the chin, he can hurt Verdejo.
So Verdejo settling back down to box Nakatani after Nakatani gets up off the canvas and gets back to it. He comes with a 1-2 combination. The contender from Japan. Now he digs to the body with a left hand. So a nice bounce back from Nakatani after that huge right hand. We will show it to you right after this short break. He finishes with a left hook.
He got up, recovered, and actually tried to finish the round strong.
And the mistake that Nakatani made was he stepped straight back, had his hands wide open, created a lane for that right hand of Verdejo.
You back first rounds we just saw?
The improvement I'm seeing in Verdejo is not just a big right hand that knocks Nakatani down, but everything he's doing in between his combinations. He's poised. You can tell he's thinking right now, and then all of a sudden he'll explode, or he'll hit it, throw a jab to the belly, or set things up. You know, his in-between game, in-between punching, that's what's improved the most for me.
Joe, you mentioned before the transition with Verdejo brought about by Ismael Salas. That knockdown was exactly how Salas teaches it. Perfect body mechanics, full extension.
Salas is a master teacher. He's had success in straightening out other top performers from amateur careers. Robesi Ramirez, the two-time gold medalist. Verdejo had long been trained by Ricky Marquez, but this has been a successful transition in his professional career. Bernardo.
Ismael Salas was very happy about the way he used that right hand to drop Nakatani, but he said it's still part of the learning process. He got a little bit too excited. He smothered himself. I said, create some space so that you can set the shots up again and drop them.
Yeah, create some space, absolutely. And don't get reckless, especially when you have a dangerous guy like Nakatani that has power in his right hand. You want to set your offense up, even when you get a man hurt. You know, a hurt fighter is a deadly fighter.
Yeah, I think he did. I mean, how am I going to argue against the coach? But I thought he was very, very poised. He tested Nakatani. Nakatani was still strong. He backed up and went back to boxing. That's the kind of patience and poise you're going to need fighting tough 12-round championship fights.
Stop! Hey, watch behind the head, okay?
Celestino Ruiz, third man inside the ropes with the warning to Nakatani as we come to the end of round number 2. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN Live from Vegas. Stick around.
Time!
Glad you're with us for an exciting night of Top Rank Boxing here on ESPN. Right hand comes in to start the third round as Verdejo does damage early against Nakatani here. Remember, he floored him with a right hand in round number 1. And Dre, just in that last round, we saw him utilize the double left hand. Let's take a peek back. Oh, another big right hand sweeps in.
Can't keep taking them right hands. I'm going to say that. And the left hook is clicking, the jab is clicking, but that right hand is a major problem right now for Nakatani. He can't take too many of those shots right on the button like that.
The one downfall that I see Verdejo, the mistake that he's making is that he's getting a little bit too greedy with the head shots. You know, he's able to hit Nakatani with power shots, and that's his focus. He's not focusing down on the body. Look at that slender body that Nakatani has.
Long torso.
That's how you break this guy down.
Watch your head.
You hit him with your best shot up top. If he stays there, then go down to the body. Everyone hates it down to the body.
The downfall of Nakatani is he is tough, he is durable, but he makes no adjustments. His chin, his head is in the same position that it was in the first round when he got hit with the first big right hand. And if he doesn't make some adjustments, he's going to get cracked again.
Yeah, technically, he's flawed. You know, definitely. You know, he comes back with his hands down, shoots his jab sometimes from his waist, doesn't bring his hand back. Technically, he's not that great.
And Verdejo's landing flush right hands. It's the kind of right hand that if it hits Nakatani in the right spot, it can turn them lights out.
There's a lead left hook. Tried to come back with the right hand. Nakatani able to slip away. His first fight, Nakatani, in 17 months. Remember, the one fight in 2019 was against the current undisputed lightweight champion, Teofimo Lopez. Pushed the current champ on that night. First time that Teofimo went the 12-round distance.
Nakatani is not getting as aggressive as we typically see him. You know, Verdejo is countering him very well. He's countering on both sides. He's stepping and slipping inside his jab and going down to the body and coming with left hooks. And then he...
Round number 4 here in Vegas. The story early on has been the right hand of Felix Verdejo. You'll notice the 10-8 round on Andre's card. Of course, the knockdown scored in round number 1. Felix Verdejo, who was the blue chipper, was the 5-star prospect in the sport, the 2012 Olympian. He was thought of as the next great Puerto Rican fighter, and then the motorcycle accident, the TKO loss at MSG, but he is so focused, so determined, new trainer, new attitude, and coming out here to Vegas to get in his training and to get in high-quality sparring.
Yeah, it's called sacrifice. Young fighters out there, you will not and cannot get to the top and stay there. Oh! There it is. There it is.
Nakatani was coming in. Verdejo met him with power again.
Hey, you okay? Walk to me.
Here comes the same shot.
And still the whole back half of this 4th round to deal with it.
Verdejo brings that left hook behind that right hand. It's really going to be trouble.
2 knockdowns scored now for Felix.
You know, Nakatani, you see to where his hands are placed. He shoots his jab from that position. He doesn't bring the jab back to his face to block the right hand of Verdejo.
But to my earlier point, Joe, talking about sacrifice, he left his comfort zone on the island of Puerto Rico, and he came out here, made himself uncomfortable because he's trying to rebuild his career, get to a championship, and he wants to be one of the greatest Puerto Rican fighters that have ever, faster than what he thought.
We're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we will show you that knockdown he just scored. Who went the distance with the current undisputed champion, Teofimo Lopez, has never been knocked down in his career until tonight. We are starting round 5.
Understand how this man keeps continuously getting up from taking those type of punches. Unreal.
31-year-old from Osaka, Japan. His father's an auto mechanic, had a brother who fought in the amateurs. He started boxing at 15 years old because he went to high school with the former world champion Kazuyoka. He had 65 amateur fights, came to the U.S. for his U.S. debut against Lopez, made a name for himself a bit, 17-month layoff, and then runs into this buzzsaw.
Stop!
See, when you have a thinking fighter like Verdejo, you don't want to give him time and let him just think and let him be calculated and think about his attack. You got to stay on to create opportunities for themselves and for their offense. That's the problem that Nakatani's making right now. He's going to have to sell out sooner or later, Dre.
He's showing Verdejo a lot of respect right now. We didn't see Nakatani.
That right hand hurt Verdejo.
Show Teo this kind of respect, but he's showing it to Verdejo tonight.
Nakatani told us the other day he would get rid of Verdejo in the 5th round.
See, Nakatani's finding a home for the right hand. Verdejo's dropping his left hand and pulling straight back. Nakatani extends with his right hand, and he's catching him. He heard him about 10 seconds ago. Just buzzed him. Ooh. You know, one thing that Verdejo's doing is he's loading up with these punches. You know, they don't look natural. You know, when he shot that left hook and he missed badly because he's loading up for these shots. He just needs to let these shots go. Don't load up with them.
He loaded up right there.
Right there, you see it.
Got a big miss right there. It takes a lot of energy out of you when you miss a big shot like that.
That's an interesting point of analysis because I think most laymen from the sport wouldn't think of that. We'll touch on that a little more when we come back. Felix Verdejo, who has already scored 2 knockdowns, and Masayoshi Nakatani. You talk about 2021, boy, we got a glimpse of things today. Anthony Joshua with a knockout win against Pulev over in the UK today in the heavyweight division. He's the unified champion. Of course, the #1 heavyweight in the world, the WBC and the lineal champion, Tyson Fury. And deal parameters were already talked about for those two to have 2 mega fights come the new year. There's a lot of chatter online already about negotiations commencing and getting those deals done starting Monday.
You know, to me, Verdejo is trying to hit hard. So, you know, when he's hitting Nakatani, it's almost like he's pushing. He's pushing with his punches. You know, he just needs to let these punches go. Let them be natural, smooth.
Dre, you made the point at the end of the last round about when you swing for the fences and you miss, it takes something out of you.
Yeah, it's always been like that. You know, it's also mentally discouraging. You know, it takes less energy, and you feel a lot better when you land the shot. But to Tim's point, when you're facing a guy in Nakatani who takes a good shot, who has a granite chin the way that he does, you can't hit him with shots that he sees because 9 times out of 10 he's going to take it well. You got to hit him with the sharp shot that he doesn't see.
I had input from both corners, and thanks to Nobu Ikushima, who's translating for Nakatani's corner, he said, look, he's seeing the punches now. They're timing him, and I think you can get him in this round. That's the instructions they're giving to Nakatani. On the other side, Ismael Salas told me, look, I've told him to be patient. We're winning the rounds, and that's the most important thing because Nakatani, I known him since he was a kid. He can take a punch.
Obviously. He's been down several times and got up, and he's still in the fight right now. And still coming forward.
2 things Verdejo has to do. Pick up his jab. He said he's got a good jab working, but he needs to get more busier with it to blind Nakatani. And once again, stop loading up with the right hand. Just shoot it. If you're naturally a hard puncher, you don't have to throw hard to land hard.
If I'm in Nakatani's corner, I'm telling them to let the 1-2 go. 1-2, straight down the middle. 1-2, he can't handle it. 1-2. Good jab right there from Verdejo.
Lost. The prize of the bubble, the guy who fought often during 2020, became a cult hero. He took a loss tonight. Head over to ESPN Plus. You can watch back all of the fights from here in Vegas at any point. And of course, there will be all the highlights of Edgar Berlanga and the 16 straight first round knockouts. What a way to start the night. Round number 7 scheduled for 10 here. Verdejo has been in control since the start. Scored the knockdown in round 1, scored the knockdown in round 4. Nakatani has the work rate. Verdejo more efficient and has the power punches that have done the damage.
You see every now and again Verdejo abandon his jab and just kind of leap in. That's like a mistake that he makes sometimes when he gets over anxious. That kind of move is not going to work against a guy like Teofimo Lopez. He's going to time you and he's going to counter you. He has to keep working on that if he's successful tonight. He's getting away with doing that tonight, but that may not work against the next guy.
There's a 1-2 with the right hand from Verdejo. And there's a 1-2 from Nakatani. And now Nakatani goes on an offensive surge.
He's hurt.
Stop.
What I say, the 1-2?
Best moment of the fight for Masayoshi Nakatani, and he's stepping to Verdejo. Verdejo stunned here by Nakatani in round 7. He's tying up.
Pay attention.
Getting stunned happens, but it's what you do after you get stunned. So I want to see how Verdejo recovers and if he can stay composed.
How about this from Nakatani? Floored twice, had never been down. Verdejo in complete control, and now they're brawling. Wildly entertaining 7th round. Verdejo pops a jab. Nakatani still stalking. He did damage with that 1-2. And now a short left hand.
Stop!
Can see some redness around the right eye of Felix Verdejo.
Verdejo's doing the right thing. When you get hurt, go back to the fundamentals. Left jab, hands up, move your legs so you can clear your head.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing, but at the same time, he can be doing a little bit more. He can tie up Nakatani, stop that momentum from coming forward, stop him from being able to stem with his hands. Because if he don't, he gonna get hit with shots like that.
Trying to wrap around that right hand is Nakatani.
You want to
What a turn of events here, Timmy. What a turn. Big round for Nakatani. End of 7. 3 more to go. In our co-feature, remember Shakur Stevenson's still to come in the main event, but this has been a good one with Verdejo seemingly in control, having hurt Nakatani in the early parts of this fight. And Dre, just moments ago, Nakatani
did the right thing. He held on, and the jab of Verdejo is what allowed him to survive that last round. Keeping Nakatani back just enough where he can clear his head.
In that 7th round, Nakatani landed 16 of 43 power punches. Bernardo.
His lead trainer, Ken Nishida, was very happy. According to Nobu, he says, look, you landed a very nice shot. I need you to continue to make a miss and then land with your left hand. On the other side, Ismael Salas, he was saying he's looking for one shot. That big power right hand, move the other way, use your angles, and blocks him.
This is why, as a fighter, no matter how much success you're having, you can't fall asleep in a boxing ring, because one punch, as we know, can change everything. And at this point, Verdejo has no more slip-ups in store. He's got to get it done tonight.
The 1-2 is open all night, Dre. Open all night for Nakatani. You know, the mistake that Verdejo is making is that when the jab comes out, you see him squat, and he stays right there in range to be hit with the right hand. He needs to move his head off to the left. Get away from the right hand. He keeps his head right on the line when the jab comes. There it is again. Just missed.
I don't think Verdejo's even all the way back from being stunned in the last round.
If I'm in Nakatani's corner right now, I'm going to say, hey, you got him looking for the right hand, now turn it up the middle. He's squatting down in front, use that jab, blind him, and then come right up the middle with the uppercut. He won't see it coming. He's hurt again.
He is hurt again. Dre, you just called it.
Hurt.
And then he turns the tables right back on Nakatani. Back and forth they go.
Stop.
Dre, you sensed it.
Yeah.
You just said that you felt Verdejo was still feeling the effects. He got stung. Then he punched back. Nakatani gets stunned. Long jab to the body. There's that 1-2, Timmy.
Tess, I told you, this fight can boil down to how bad each of these guys want, and you can see that both guys want this fight really, really bad. And, you know, when you see Verdejo, you see when he gets hit, you see how quickly he recovers. He's thinking about his daughter. He's thinking about everything that he has gone through. He's thinking about his past, and he don't want to go back there. He's fighting against his past right now, ladies and gentlemen.
This is good stuff here in the co-feature. And we had a heavyweight championship fight over in the UK.
At the end of the year, the losing side will have 60 days to call for an arbitration. But if there is a fight, it almost certainly will be in the Middle East.
Stop. Suéltalo.
So that is the talk. An undisputed heavyweight championship fight in the Middle East between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua
Don't hit behind the head.
come 2021.
Guys, Verdejo.
Look at Verdejo right now. The biggest I've seen in some time from him.
5 minutes in total remaining in this fight. A fight in which Verdejo scored 2 knockdowns in the first 4 rounds. But then in the 7th round, things changed. Nakatani with a 1-2 with a thunderous right hand. And since then, Verdejo has been unstable, if not valiant, game, and fiery. They have traded, but Nakatani has gotten by far the best of it in the last 3 rounds. Oh, and he's hurt! He sends him back! Nakatani has damaged Verdejo, and he doesn't look good at all!
6, 7, 8. ¿Quieres seguir?
He's in bad shape.
He is in real bad shape.
Ven acá.
Could it be a comeback win for Nakatani? He floors him. He did it. Masayoshi Nakatani up off the canvas twice to end it like that. What a fight. To have the belief to dig in and withstand, and then to come through in round 7, 8, and close the show in 9. 2 times Nakatani was floored. 2 times he responded. And then he just kept coming and coming until he came right through Felix Verdejo. What a performance on the back half of this fight by Nakatani.
It's tough to see Verdejo go out like this, but you got to tip your hat to Nakatani. I mean, what is he built of? What is he made of? He's different.
Heart, baby.
It's not just heart, but just the ability to be able to take those kind of shots and not get discouraged and to keep pressing until something got through. And it was a right hand that hurt Verdejo. Verdejo never fully recovered, and Nakatani closed the show.
Dre, you know how you withstand those shots? You say to yourself before you even get in the ring, whatever he hits me with, I don't care if I go down, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get stronger. And that's what Nakatani did. And Verdejo's fatigued, throwing wild looping shots. He missed a lot of big punches. Kind of gassed himself out, I would say.
Let's go to ring announcer Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the MGM Grand, referee Celestino Ruiz calls a halt to this bout at 1 minute, 45 seconds of round number 9, declaring your winner by technical knockout. And now, the WBO Inter-Continental Lightweight Champion, Masayoshi Nakatani!
Masayoshi Nakatani, who in the 7th round landed 16 power punches to turn things around. Punches. He was damaged, he got up twice, and then he over-delivered.